And first up this morning, when tourists leave one-star reviews, their disappointment is often intense and in some cases maybe a tad bit over the top. Illustrator Amber Scher turned one-star reviews of our beloved national parks into hilarious content when she started her Instagram account, Subpar Parks. Now, in her new book of the same name, combines the often ridiculous reviews with her own beautiful illustrations. Check this out.
So Amber, we love the book, but this started as an Instagram page. So how did this idea start overall?
Yeah, so in late 2019, I was just trying to come up with an illustration project. I really wanted to focus on the outdoors with my illustration work. And so it seemed like a kind of natural idea to draw the national parks. Just like a nice capsule project for me to do. But there are already so many cool illustrations out there of the parks that I just wasn't really sure what I could bring to the table that might be new or different. And I stumbled upon a few one-star reviews of national parks, and the idea was pretty immediate that I would add those to the illustrations.
I love this so much because they're beautiful. They look they're reminiscent of old travel posters, yet they have the most ridiculous comments on them. Were you surprised to see how well people responded to this? I mean, people were really hungry for this kind of humor.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it would be like, oh, kind of funny, like maybe a certain subset of people who like the outdoors will appreciate this. And it just turned into this whole ridiculous community of like almost 400,000 people now that just all come together and laugh and share about their time in the parks that these people really did not enjoy.
With ridiculousness though, sometimes let me share my favorite review. This one is of Mount Rainier National Park. The one-star review was, "I've seen bigger mountains." Like, really? It's the most ridiculous thing. Where do you get your reviews?
Mainly I'm looking at Google reviews, TripAdvisor, and Yelp. It might surprise you to know that there are Yelp profiles for some of the national parks.
That makes sense. Okay, another favorite we had to highlight. Carlsbad Caverns, poorly lit. It's in a cavern. Okay, all right, there's more, wait more. The Grand Teton National Park. All I saw was mountains and some trees. Now, Amber, is there more advertised other than mountains and trees there?
That's always the funniest part to me is I'm like, what else were you expecting? That's kind of all it's ever claimed to be. And it's also just so reductive when like most people have those mountains on their bucket list.
I mean, and the opposite of it was the White Sands National Park, where someone wrote, "Literally miles of white sand."
Truth in advertising.
Truth in advertising right there. What were some of your favorite reviews?
I mean, those ones are always kind of my favorite, just generally, that when they're like describing exactly what the park is known for and they seem to be upset about that. But I also really love the review for Voyageurs National Park in Minnesota, which I don't remember the exact text of it, but it's basically the people were upset that they had the whole park to themselves. So like, there was no one there except us. And I'm like, that's the dream. That's what most people would die for.
Literally, that is what we all dream about. That's pretty funny. I will say, while you're pointing out like kind of the absurd comments that people have left, you also kind of incorporate the love of national parks here as well, and kind of like little tips, like ranger tips. Why was it so important for you that people also learn from this book?
So while I was doing the project, I myself learned a lot because when I was reading reviews about parks I was less familiar with, because I haven't been to them all, and even the ones I've been to, I don't know everything. I was always trying to find like little facts that would almost be like the perfect rebuttal for the review. And so I would share that in my captions, and people started to comment about how much they were also learning through this project. And I realized, oh, I think I can do even more with this to try to just sort of teach people and help them know what to expect when they go somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Overall, have you learned more about humans or human nature from reading these one-star reviews?
I definitely have. I mean, you learn a little bit about yourself too, because while for these people it was national parks, I think we all have something that we would complain about that other people would find ridiculous.
So true.
We all have our thing that's not for us, and sometimes you just really need to vent and feel heard, and I guess that's what was going on with these people.
I feel that. I feel that. Well, I am so grateful for Subpar Parks, one of my favorite books now of all time. Thank you, Amber.
Thanks.
That Mount Rainier review is definitely my favorite. The book is hilarious.